Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I'm your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today is Dax Orien. You are. So how's your day going so far? That's the best way to go. Yeah, no, oh yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, I have a twinge in my back, and I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do Muay Thai, and and the twinge is still there, and I am in a moniker of pain. I still have my ice pack close to me. I actually took it off a little bit ago, but I will be waiting for it to warm up a little bit and then putting it back on. Yeah, I mean it's hurt for a while, so it's not like it's a you know big thing. Ain't no big thing. But so I know you've seen it, and I I only saw it, because I just started following the Fat Electrician just recently, and to think that the whole Boston thing has exploded the way it has, it's not really much of a surprise, but it's definitely not working out in Boston's favor. Or at least, to be more specific, the Boston media. Because, yeah, oh my God, it is, and they're not doing themselves any favors. It has been hilarious, sad, and enraging at the same time. Just because it's absolutely ridiculous, and especially when the response is, okay, if you have a video of someone calling you out for something that you've done, whether or not you've done it, the response doesn't need to be, have you seen them on that podcast? They drink White Claw and beer and burp. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, I'd actually thought about putting a video together, and I wanted to talk to you about that, but it's more over like I'll come up with an idea and I'll never do it. But I thought about it, and I'm just like, I can even just write it up. And the thought is, um, there'd be we'll just take us four for example. You, me, Camel, and Gabby, and there'll be us doing like news report type stuff, and we'll talk about introductions, like you would in a normal news segment, and then you're like, uh, I would bring up the uh, the Boston school thing, and essentially just point the finger at the podcast, the unsubscribed podcast. To which your response would be like, "Really? That's where you're going?" Like, kind of like, hold on a second, what? Like, what? What are you? What's going on? And then I would I would just be completely oblivious to the fact that there is anything actually wrong going on at school. Because why would they do that? Under normal thought, why would they do that? But so you kind of just like, all right, So we'll just continue on with the news the way we do it. And then you kind of just like stop your thing and you're like, you really don't see anything wrong with it like going on here. Like it's just it's just so brain meltingly dumb that I'm just like, wait, you don't see anything wrong here? Like, and then we'll be like, okay, so we'll just go to sports with Camel, and Camel will just be like, what the fuck are you talking about? And just have him like, because he's been playing the college game, see if he could just do a recording of his game and just have it kind of playing in a little screen in the background, and he's just like, what are you talking about? There's kids and needing help, and I'm still just blissfully unaware. And Gabby's doing weather. We just play some region, and like, so she'll be doing the weather, and then we could just do it in Boston, like in the Massachusetts area, and she'll start doing the weather, and she's like, and by the way, Johnny, what did I hear about like something going on in Boston? And like she's still trying to register what's going on in my head. And so yeah, it's just you three realizing the brevity of what's going on, and me just being completely oblivious to everything. And I figured that would be kind of a funny sketch. But yeah, because I mean, that's exactly what that seems like. It's like, oh God, have you seen these filthy mongrels that are talking about some kids in a school somewhere? Like, I don't know what's going on over there, but uh, these people, absolute, you know, depraved human beings. But yeah, no, it's uh, hey Badger, but I don't even know where this started. The only thing I saw was the clip of the Unsubscribed podcast where they were talking about, um, hey Keishel, where they were talking about the situation, uh, and he was talking about how um, a, a male and a female student were almost abducted from the school. And the only reason that anyone even knew about it is that someone took uh, a phone video of the security camera before it was deleted from the servers. Yes, nothing ever happened. But yeah, no, it is retarded, and I I I boil just thinking about it. I remember my friend who lives down in Vegas. Uh, he's a he's a football coach for I think high school, and I think they were when Buffalo got nailed by that snowstorm like umpteen years ago. They were they're offering free tickets for anyone who volunteered to help shovel the stadium because it was There was so much snow that they couldn't even see in the stadium. I think it was maybe like 3 or 4 feet of snow that was inside the stadium that they had to move out. And yeah, they were offering free tickets for anyone who wanted to go. And I'm like, hey, you're a fan. Get scooping. We've been through this before, so yeah, you know what's going on. That's really the only humorous Boston story I've had in forever. Yeah. And so, yeah, the guy put out a video. Angry Cops is the handle that he goes by. He put out a video pretty much just like, yeah, I just want to say thank you for the support and all this stuff. And he's like, and while they're reporting about how bad of a guy I am, I'm going to go look for some missing kids. So, well, and I remember let me see if I can find. I wonder if we'll get in trouble for playing these because they're on Twitter. He's he's an SVU cop. Let's see what happens if I search Boston. Let's see. Uh, Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics. A shanty for 880,000. No. Why can they not hear you? All right, let's see what I got here. How about that? Because I could have swore they just heard you.
Turn into the live stream and I can't hear it either. Oh, there, now I can hear it. Whatever you just did.
All right, so I bring up the properties and it'll bring up the audio. I click OK on properties. Oh, there you are. There you go.
Yeah. In fact, I dare say I'm probably louder than you.
Probably.
You
are red barring, and I am only orange.
Well, I'm going to move the mic the farthest away I can, so I hope you pick up everything.
Okay, so can you hear him now? Now that we had some funny jokes, and no one heard them.
Yeah, I went on a rant and everything. It was great.
And that's just how it goes. Cat takes. Does that song, tune, whatever, have a title?
Any Way the Wind Blows, I think.
Huh. Because the only other time I've heard, because I heard it pretty much on AP's stream, because he'll play it, and then it's at the end of a Lagwagon song. So that, yeah.
It's at the end of a lot of Weird Al polkas, too.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to look it up.
I find it funny that I search and I have not seen a single mention of the Boston School issue on Twitter. Fuck, there's even Zelensky.
Ew.
Let's see. Um, 9 more boxes of Biden documents found in Boston. Okay, don't care. Boston, Boston. Okay, so let's try searching something else. Boston School. And you guys never mentioned if you can actually hear us or hear Dax. So
Mm.
you know what? I'll do this myself. Kind of. If I don't get distracted or anything.
Well, Badger says he can hear us.
All right. Well, there's you on my phone. So we are good to go. All right.
As good as we're getting.
So let's see. Since I have searched Boston School, there's a child that was hit by a school bus. Please stop sending your children to school. Because that's where they're gonna have the issue. Fatherless activists, mostly white kids in taking them out of the school buildings, Boston University campus. Da 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 da. Okay. No, I am not finding. I'm not finding anything about. Oh my god! I'm finding that like the kid hit by the bus. But now, don't get me wrong, that is tragic.
Yes. Why would they bury the info?
Let's see. We'll go Boston unsubscribed podcast.
Here, I gotta be low because if I'm not, then I'm too loud.
And I don't know how to work my thing yet, so
Quote that. Somebody clip that. He doesn't know how to work his thing.
I can turn myself up though. How's it going, Tyr? Hey, Rotten. So let's see here. I don't know how far back I would have to go for the unsubbed thing to be there, but I have seen it just completely blow up. Uh, just because of the fact that they are, as we had mentioned earlier, but you didn't hear because no one could hear Dax for a reason. Uh, yeah, like they didn't do themselves any favors by attacking the unsub podcast when the worst thing is behind that.
It just infuriates me. It's like, why are you burying the lead? This real story is these people doing terrible. It's like, oh yeah, but the guys reporting on this, they're the real evil ones, I swear.
Yeah, not the people who should be reporting on it.
I like in this day and age, I don't know how they feel that you can get away with it when the information is literally right there in front of you. Yeah, and yet somehow they do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I think I even tweeted something almost to the exact words of that. It's like we understand that those quote technical difficulties could happen in the old days. It's like, oh, I get it. I mean, this guy's acting crazy. He started using the F-bomb. We're live TV. Let's cut away to the weather. I get that. We understand that. This is not that.
Hey, tall person. Yeah. In fact, let me see if I can pull your street up because I know I liked it. Okay, yeah, that's Greg. Greg the cat. WKBW. Watching them get dragged is fucking hilarious too.
They deserve it.
Let's see here.
If you went along as a reporter and you're sitting there as an anchor or whatever, that's on you for saying the shit you know is false. Have some fucking integrity.
Like there's this one here from WKBW. Just as Justine Berger and her fiance Kenneth Johnson Jr. were biting seedlings in soil to plant their garden for the fifth consecutive year, the Niagara Falls DPW ended their tradition. Which, I mean, does not shock me that, hey, you want to plant shit in your house? Fuck you. And then there's the picture of, first one, post of Donut Operator. At any point you get a chance to bully fucking journalists, fucking bully them. The majority of their pieces are absolute shit, and they're just trying to get ahead in their pay grade. Fucking bully them. They're fucking liars, and they'll do anything just to make a dime from their bullshit stories.
Yep.
The next one on there is, you know what you should be. You know who should be fined? The staff at Buffalo schools who neglected to report abuse of children.
The idea that the schools are better equipped to handle the problems than, the professionals that we have already in place for that is why I want the public education system abolished.
Yeah.
We're the ones who raised your kids, really. It's like we're forced to send them to you for 8 hours a day because we have to work for 8 hours a day. There used to be a correlation for that. So I would go to work at the same time he goes to school. When I get home, they're getting home. And we spent time together as a family, and it was awesome.
Next story on here. Karima Morris of Bury the Violence said she has many questions about what took place at the Dr. Charles R. Drew Science Magnet in February. And let's see, first one. I'm sorry, when will we get into public apology for for Detective Richard High, the hero cop who exposed the truth on truth your mainstream media agency tried to hide. Apology for Richard High and the unsubscribed podcast win. Picture of donut operator. Mrs. Morris is right. We do need answers, just like we need answers why Mr. High was drugged through the mud by media, even the AG of New York. So yeah, answers are needed. A long and public apology would also not go amiss, even though it's supposed to be one word, not two.
Yeah. A miss.
Hey, Foogie.
Journalists have lost all credibility over the last 15 years. Like, what do they expect from us anymore? When people go to Twitter or Facebook to go find information more than they trust a journalist, that's crazy.
Oh, and there's added context. I went to the Buffalo Public Schools Twitter, and I will actually show this one because it is chef's kiss. Yeah, let's go with that one. And we'll share. This is from 3 days ago. So there's this statement from Buffalo Public Schools.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's context here. A member of Buffalo PD SVU revealed that the school district was actively attempting to destroy evidence regarding incidents with minors. The school has allegedly deleted videos and refused to report incidents with minors to PD and or their parents.
Thank you, community note, but it should be of minors.
Yes. So
I mean, they probably could use evolving.
Since there's 2 likes on this tweet, but 121 comments, let's see what some of them are. Stop by Emerson School of Hospitality, BPS 302, between April 29th and May 2nd to enjoy some authentic Mexican food.
Wait. We got to address the picture in regards to that immediately. Authentic Mexican food. Are we even sure the dude in the middle? Like, no offense, but where's the Mexican?
He's probably the only.
It's got to be the only one. That's crazy.
This guy's Irish.
Yeah, he's the manager or the supervisor or something. He didn't do any of the cooking. He just watched them all.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah, I'm sure it was delicious.
Yeah,
let's find out what they commented on.
If you're in the mood for fried shrimp or pork belly tacos, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah, it does.
Flavorful tortillas. Check out our menu here. We're located at 70 West Chippewa. You can't wait to serve you. Buffalo schools is a threat to student safety. Parents should remove their children from these to ensure their safety. Hope your resumes are fresh. Or don't, because they might be hiding pedophiles in the authentic salsa.
That was good.
Do they help cover up abductions or just serve food?
Yeah.
Now telling what they did to the kids before it, get a lawyer. There's Chippy.
Hey, hi there, Chippy. You're always a welcome sight.
Maybe focus on protecting children under your care and supervision instead. Stares in violent disgust. That's appropriate. Let's see here. I hope they go scorched earth on every single useless piece of shit involved in what has been disclosed. Y'all are disgusting. Wheel the guillotine right up to their fucking doors. Let's see here. Protecting kids. I wouldn't leave Pine Bondi up to shit. Uh, she needs to. Okay, this is what I'll say about Pam Bondi.
Mm.
She's trying to be like, forget what you saw with the Epstein list.
Yeah. I
Look what
mean, we
else.
knew there
Look
would
what
be.
other awesome shit I'm doing. No,
Right.
bitch. Get back over there. Get that list and give us to it like you said we were going to have.
Like we all knew there was going to be names on that list that nobody's going to be happy with. There's going to be some real bad fallout. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely positive of that. But you know what? Fuck them. Why are you protecting them? Honestly, I don't care if they're giving you money or something. Do they threaten you? Is that why you're not telling us? It's like at one point somebody's got to be brave. Give it to the dumbest person on the planet. Then they'll expose it for you. You don't have to say shit.
Now it's fucking bullshit. Like now I had because I got off Facebook because I loathe that place now.
Oh yes, that's terrible.
I'm mainly there for family. It's like I'll go in, check on my brother, check on my stepson, and you know distant relatives, a couple of friends, and then I piece the fuck out. Post a couple of memes and memories, and that's about it. Yeah, it'll come out when the Vegas shooter comes out. No, we'll get the Vegas shooter information first.
Heavily redacted and doctored, of course.
We'll get it in as equal a time as the JFK files. Um, so I forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah, there's just a lot to hate in this one.
Yeah. But no, most of this is wood chipper, wood chipper, podcast, wood chipper. Mariska Hargitay. Now it's all right. That's enough anger time.
There's always room for anger.
Now I did find out today, and I never made the connection back when I was a kid because I never watched it. I never watched Dallas uh, because that show was boring as fuck for a kid. I mean, I was way too young for it. But uh, I used to watch Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie with my mom before we would start school,
Uh-huh.
along with Murder She Wrote before the cartoons began. And hey, Jen. And I did not know that JR was the in I Dream of Jeannie. Larry Hagman.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't make that connection until today.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even have given any thought. I mean, I watched a lot of I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched and all that stuff back in the day. I actually was one of those weird kids who loved Nick at Night more than regular cartoons most of the time. But yeah, I never even put the connection together either. Yeah, look, I learned one today.
Yeah, and I restarted the Dick York versus Dick Sargent war.
Sergeant York.
York Sargent. Yeah, it was. We were all
Which one are
talking
you?
about.
Are you York or Sergeant?
I am York.
Me too.
Like I didn't mind Sergeant. They were both good.
Yeah,
But
no, they were both fine, but Dick York he spoke Darren.
yeah, and the Twilight Zone episode that he did helped.
Yeah, that too.
So
he just had the best facial expressions between the two of them. Dick York was very expressive.
Did he even? How? Why did he even leave the show?
I will find out.
Why did Dick?
Oh, you find out. Yeah, you're the chart. You find out.
Due to health issues, specifically a debilitating back injury and resulting in painkiller addiction.
Well, that sucks.
Lame.
Well, now I'm sadder for having learned something today. Still, best goat ever. Just best husband.
He had an epileptic seizure that led him to be rushed in the hospital. And
what part of make me sad?
It just he fell apart.
It'd be funny if it was because of Sam's mom.
He banged your mom.
It was so fucked up. I bet you he did too.
Let's see.
God, what was that lady's name? What was Sam's mom's name? I thought the character was Agatha, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Going back to IMDb for this.
And yes, for those who care about the interview, that's where Agatha Harkness came from.
Agnes Moorehead. I should have known that.
Oh, there you go.
She was in Charlotte's Web, huh?
Was she... Huh, what character? She wasn't Charlotte.
She was the goose.
She was the goose. Okay, I was thinking I couldn't picture in my head, but I knew it wasn't one of the principals.
Yeah.
But I knew it was Nagy, and the geese were Nagy.
Like now that I can play that a line in the back of my head when she's trying to spell terrific. I can hear it. T W blah 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 Z C C. And I can totally.
Yeah, the flourish is what gets you.
Yeah.
Man, old TV was great.
Need to get their heads out of their asses and get back to that.
Right? There's nothing wrong with a nuclear family that's just misfitted. It's great. It's fine. It's fun.
Uncle Arthur was my favorite character.
Tell me why.
And he was also one of my favorite on Hollywood Squares at the time.
He was everyone's favorite on the Squares.
That is very true. He was incredibly funny.
Yeah. I still swear that what the fuck's his name? The guy from Evan Almighty. Steve Carell. Yeah, I swear he's a body clone. Yeah. They tried to get it right and he's just slightly warped. But they sound alike. I think they're even around the same height.
I wonder if this chick is still acting. Erin Murphy, a.k.a. Tabitha.
Ah.
The baby.
Yes, I was going to say the babe.
No.
God, how old is she?
Shit, she is. Let's see here. There's Bewitched. An episode of Lassie in 1973.
She was down the well.
A couple shows in 2010. Karma's a bitch. Whatever.
I was on Lassie and Karma's a bitch.
Let's see. The Combat Kids, which looks like I think that was. I think I remember that show.
He doth thinketh.
I remember the premise of the show because I think one of the actors is the guy who voices Invader Zim, I think.
Richard Horowitz.
Yes, it is him. I recognize his face, and then I see it, and I'm just like, I can see it now.
He does the same voice for all his characters, and nobody notices it. It's just, I don't know why.
Oh, that's right. That weird gay dude who played the elf. Let's see if I can find that guy.
The weird gay dude who played the elf.
Gladys Kravitz. I wanted to punch her so bad.
Who didn't? She was the quintessential Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Like a literal Karen before Karens were Karens.
She was as Karen as they went.
She was a prototype Karen.
Abner was awesome.
Abner!
Abner's like, man, he got high way more.
I wanted to see Darren and Abner become friends, and Abner knew the entire time and just was not putting up with Gladys because he didn't want to betray his friend.
He's like, I just thought I was high and I saw some shit happen. Whatever. What is that guy's name? That's Paul Lind. Yeah, Uncle Arthur. Let's see. Dr. Bombay. I liked Dr. Bombay. Let's see. Abner.
I think it's funny that was definitely not our generation of media, and yet we're more fluent in that than we probably are. Like that's how generational shows should work. It's like, wow, that show was good. Let's keep it going. At least in memory. I don't need them to make episodes from 1962 now. I don't care like that. But the story needs to be told again. It's that good. Oh God, I dream of Human Centipede. No tear. Down.
You take that and you go away. Let's see if I can find that.
Let's imagine Gladys at the head of the Human Centipede.
Abner.
God, he's on her ass. Just, oh man. Poor guy, he'd be right behind her. But it'd be a great turnabout if he were the head.
He's like, oh,
well, she's just turning.
Henry Gibson, that's his name. I actually don't think he was gay, but I think he died in 2009. I'll share the picture. You'll know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Because showing the picture here.
Totally, yeah. So I totally forgot about that dude.
He played the elf.
Wasn't he a leprechaun?
Yeah, leprechaun. That's right.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't figure it out. It's like elf. I knew there's a Celtic thing in there, but he was a leprechaun. At least I think he was a leprechaun.
Yeah.
You're very tricksy, Johnny.
I do it again.
Do it again, too.
Oh, they're twin sisters. That I did not know.
For Tabitha?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. They like to find twins for child roles, so if one's fussy, they can substitute.
Or if one's sick.
Yeah. Well, that I count
because they're kids.
no, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to get chickenpox at one point, and you can only sort of isolate them. Dagger it. Imagine being like the parent of a sextuplet, and they're all in acting. It's like you literally could just have them working around the clock.
Yeah.
Set up different shifts.
Like,
this way. Epithets 1 through 3. You're going to do the 2 to 11. I see what you're doing, chat. I'm not encouraging it. I want to, but I'm not.
The Dukes of Human Centipede.
You want to see the Daisy Dukes on that one?
Just the good old boys.
Boss Hog is the head of the Centipede. Them Duke boys. That was Human Centipede.
He would have to be the center. Or no, he wouldn't be the center. He would be the head, and the deputy would be the first one behind.
Yep.
And then, as he's trying to run after the Duke Boy Centipede, he would slap the second centipede on the top, like, with his hat.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, the drunk guy who always saw Samantha do magic, and he's like, "Oh shit,
yeah,
I am way too drunk for this."
Chuck the bottle.
I think there was one where he's just like, "Yep, I'm gonna clean up. I'm clean.
Yeah.
I'm sober." And then he saw her do it again. He's like, "And there it goes." Esmeralda, the one who couldn't do anything right.
I liked her though.
Yeah. No, Fugi, not this time. Let's see here. What else was he in? He was a pretty good actor, so let's see. Simon and Simon.
But Gibson, wasn't he in a bunch of stuff?
I was going with Dick York again.
Okay.
Let's see here. Not much after Bewitched, actually. An episode of Simon and Simon, episode of Fantasy Island, and High School USA, a TV movie.
It's probably one of those public service announcement things.
Crystal Bernard was in that.
For real?
Yeah.
Neat.
Crispin Glover.
Not surprising.
John Grease.
Ooh.
Anne Marie Johnson.
I've not seen this. I like Crispin Glover.
Burt Ward. A stripper named Julie Newmar.
Julie Newmar.
Wasn't she Catwoman at one time?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's what I thought. Yeah, as soon as I saw her Comic-Con picture, I'm like, on the
That's why I practically heard her name. It's Julie Newmar.
So let's see here. Principal of Excelsior High School deals with a rivalry between student groups and his own interests in the new counselor. Okay. It doesn't really tell you much about the movie.
Okay, then. What the
Oh, John Reese is Uncle Rico. I didn't recognize him without the hat.
He's going for his dreams, man.
I still, to this day, loathe that movie.
I know you do.
And last weekend, it was like, my family was like, "Hey, let's have a family movie night. What are we gonna watch?" My wife just looks at me dead in the eyes. "Let's watch Napoleon Dynamite." And I just look at her and I'm just like, I hate you so much right now.
And you watched it too, didn't you?
Nope.
Oh.
I went in the other room. I told him I was not watching that shit.
Not even to hate watch it?
Nope.
You didn't want to ruin their time by hate watching it?
Exactly. I would just be sitting there just loathing. Just a seething ball of hate.
I would warn them and then do it because they're the ones who brought it upon themselves.
Hey there, Six.
I'm a little big, so I thought that he said pheasantly. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, just don't let Dick Cheney near the shotguns for it.
Stay away, Cheney. You are not welcome.
Welcome to the show, Camel. How's it going?
Keep crying, maybe.
I figured you'd be unconscious this time.
No, with the new job and the 12-hour shifts, I've been working overnight, so this is actually me sleeping in a little bit because I've been working 8 to 8. So,
damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going over like classic TV, really.
Rawhide.
Rawhide.
Yeah, we've already had our rage for the Boston schools thing.
You mean Buffalo?
Buffalo, yeah. Was it Buffalo?
Yeah, it's Buffalo.
Here I am in Boston.
2 different states, dude.
Like I said, I'm a bit vague, so I was just interchangeably allowing you to do it. I knew you were talking about it in the audience, dude, too, so I wasn't like, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter.
I mean, I have no love for Boston either, but yeah.
They both suck.
And if you told me they were doing the same thing, I would not be surprised.
So how's your day going so far? Yeah, no. Not at all.
Now, maybe you're confusing them because of the Boston mayor with the whole immigrant thing.
That could be too, because yeah, that's a thing.
Because if I'm not mistaken, she wouldn't help ICE with the illegals, and what was his name? Tom Homan is like threatened to arrest her too.
Yeah. Oh, he did Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Been a while since I watched one of those.
Yeah, that's old stuff. Also, gotta get back to that. Like, come on.
What are you referring to? There's a lot that we could have said that.
Well, I mean, like we were talking about easy earlier with Bewitched. You know,
great show.
They're nailing these episodes, and then you get to what we have now, and it's just like everyone's trying to out-twist everything. Is it so much to have a simple story?
Simple can work great. There's nothing wrong with it. Shoot, I don't need everything to be complicated. Everything else is already complicated. So Camel and I were doing our little jam session this morning where he plays and then I play Rocksmith. And I was trying to make a deal with myself so I could get off and stop playing. That all I would have to do is find a song where I didn't improve in. We couldn't do it. Like my fingers kind of hurt because of the amount of not being able to fail. I was upset I wasn't losing. We had to go to that one tuning where my bass guitar just does not like to be picked up before we could finally find one where I technically didn't improve.
Was it technically?
It had to be technically because I had improved in every other conceivable way on every other song, and I know I was improving.
He improved on Lady Gaga's Paparazzi 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I didn't know you were going to admit that on the stream. Thank you, but yes, full disclosure, I played Paparazzi 4 times or something, and every time I got better. And I said, after I get done with this and I fail, I'm going to quit for the night. Couldn't do it. I think I went from like 68% of that to like the high 80s or something.
Low to mid 80s, I think.
Yeah, it was a wake up, like, and all of a sudden everything else started clicking too, and I'm like, oh shit. Fucking Lady Gaga made me better.
Well, I mean, you also improved on the Incest Band's songs too.
Yeah, that actually surprised me more because a lot of that stuff was just bouncy before, and it was a little hard to keep up with, like Miss of Misery. But no, things just started snapping into place. Maybe it's just the right level of bake and actual technical improvement. But I say that because my index fingers hurt on both hands a little. Not a lot, but a little.
Well, that's how you know it's not. It's good.
Yeah, you got blisters on my fingers.
Just like Brian Adams said, play it till your fingers bleed.
That's right.
So, how much of the show have you watched today? Or did you just jump in
I woke up like a few minutes before you guys started streaming, so I was listening in while doing my wake up routine.
So you're listening to me and not Dax.
No, I heard you and not Dax, and then I heard Dax, and it took me a little while to get the computer, started up and everything. So
yeah, I brought up the sketch that I thought about, which no one heard Dax's opinion on because at that time the audio wasn't fixed.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was. We have no evidence of what I said.
Well, you'll just have to believe us.
I heard you. I didn't hear Dax. Yeah.
Well, that was the what I mentioned was the synopsis of the sketch, but you missed his approval. Which, yeah, I would go with that. Well, depending upon the picture you find of Tabitha Stevens, she's actually not that bad.
The porn star?
No.
Well, I would imagine Samantha and Darren would hope not.
At least not in the 60s. No, the gal, Erin Murphy, who played Tabitha Stevens in Bewitched.
Oh. Okay.
Who is now 60 years old. But then, yeah, as I had mentioned to Dax earlier, I didn't know that Larry Hagman was in I Dream of Jeannie.
I don't remember the cast of like I Dream of Jeannie or Bewitched nearly as well as westerns. So I watch more westerns with Nana Camel and stuff than we did I Dream of Jeannie and stuff.
Let's see here.
I wish I had watched more Green Acres. I like Jaja. She was adorable.
I couldn't get into it.
I think maybe that's what I thought back in the day. But like I said, she's adorable, and I'd like to revisit that at some point.
Barbara Eden is still alive.
Good for her.
Got that magic.
Larry Hagman is definitely dead. It doesn't actually have her birth year, so let's do some searching here. Eden 31. And Hagman was born 31. So she outlived.
So she's the one that shot JR, is what you're saying.
Magic bullet.
Well, it was magic.
Bill Daly, who played Cap. I'm coming in low.
I said you said. Oh, well, no, actually, I think I muted at the time. Yeah, you were coming in low according to Tyr. And then now
Probably
Kefki.
because my mic's almost turned all the way up. So let's turn this up then.
Oh, now you're super loud to me. Ooh, I might turn mine down. I mean, we could definitely do that if that's what it takes. I'm going to turn my audio down now. All right, give that a shot.
So we'll go 150% here.
That's tolerable. I mean, I turned down my volume audio intake to 50%, so I guess it makes sense.
Well, no, I turned. Oh, yep, 71. So we'll go 65. Hey, Kefki. But then my mic decides it's going to do what it wants to, so I don't know anymore.
You can only guess. Ah, that's so lame. I figured, oh my god. So in the background, I've been running through my Baldur's Gate mods to see why I couldn't customize two particular classes, my Bard and my Cleric, so I could never subclass them into like Dominion, Cleric, or any of that other shit. And it turns out it was the one that was making it easier for the entirety of Act 2. So now I have to rethink my life choices. No, you know what I could do with that? Okay. So the game is pretty nice and fluid, and when if you start up the game mid-run, your mods can activate. I just would have to remember to turn it off every time I started a new character or every time I wanted to switch into a Cleric or a Bard. Shit. This is Camel's fault.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm glad you agree. Means I can go put a bunch of other mods back on, so that's a plus. And here is 10 more turns away from winning. I don't know what he's playing, but good for you, buddy.
Let's see here. Story of Mark TUR.
Marker.
The new movie with The Rock.
Okay. So I'm not interested.
Yeah, most of the stuff he's he's not enough of a draw for me anymore. Like,
Yeah, he
the
used to be.
movies you could watch and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna absolute watch this absolute shit show that's gonna be here, and yeah, he's gonna be the Scorpion King. So that's that'll be a good one. And then you look at the CGI that happened and the abortion that is affected because of that. Oh my god, that was awful.
Yeah.
As soon as that CGI hit, I'm just like, oh my god, whose idea was this?
Right. Sometimes I really don't think that they pay any attention to what reality was trying to tell them is cool.
Huh.
Yes, indeed. But what are you, Hein?
Something completely off topic.
That's what we do here, so...
I was scrolling Twitter and one saying Deion Sanders just listed his 29,220 square foot Prosper, Texas home for $5.5 million.
I hate athletes so much.
The master bedroom apparently has a 3,000 square foot closet.
Why?
Yeah, his master bedroom closet is bigger than my fucking house.
That's just actually appalling. You know, and it's one that I'm a big fan of capitalism, but this is wasteful. Like, do you have an outfit for every day so you can just literally never do your laundry and you'd be okay?
Probably.
Like, all that extra shit they don't need. Why do people need, 12 pairs of shoes? That makes no sense to me.
I have 2.
Yeah, you can have 2 that you really like, and one of them, you can even have a pair for work, so that's 3. That's cool. Pair of flip-flops or sandals, most people have those. A pair of boots, and then maybe dress shoes, so 6. 6 at most. And even then, to me, that's a lot.
I
don't count slippers, because they don't stay by the other shoes.
I have my pair of shoes, and then I have my old pair of shoes, which are used for either work or around the house or the river.
Yeah, the trashy shoes that you know you're going to bang up and you don't care.
This just got like a basketball court, a bowling alley.
Oh, dear God.
We've got the twins wraparound stairs and the
Wraparound stairs. Where were you the other day when I needed to remember what the fuck that thing was called?
9 bedrooms, 11 bath.
You're a bath.
2.40788 hectare lot.
Hectare.
Hectare.
I
Excuse
just
me.
love the word. It always makes me laugh. Oh, I wasn't knocking your pronunciation. I just love the word. Like fork. Fork's a fun word.
Oh, it's got a home theater, obviously.
I can't actually knock him for that one.
I can because it's only like.
I mean, unless it's an actual full-size theater. I'm talking like the home.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean it's a full-size theater room, but it's got like 2 recliners and like 3 of the movie theater seats. That's it.
Yeah, I was going to reference the GTA penthouse, but I realized you never got to see it.
No.
Someday. We'll figure it out someday.
So, Johnny, since Dax finally hectored me into getting a controller to play video games, I was trying to figure out ways to play the video games I like on my computer. And the only way I could figure out to go about it was a Xbox Game Pass. And I can play, Xbox games on PC that way.
Yeah.
And at first it was just like, oh, well, I can play, college football. I can play Madden. All right, I can play UFC 5. Like, okay, those are cool. Well, I enjoy those kind of games. And then I was like, oh, you can play Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, hey, there's one Dax and I could actually play together because he doesn't like the sports ball.
Not a lot. I mean, I do it. I could play the sports games. I'm just not obsessed with real life sports ball.
Oh, me neither. In fact,
Fuck, NBA Jam is one of my jams. I loved NBA Jam growing up. Tecmo football, man. Tecmo Super Bowl, man. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, heck, we've done Tecmo Super Bowl on the stream before.
I had an old Tecmo handheld game.
I actually had a couple of the NFL stuff. Like, there was one from, I think it was like 2004 or something. It's the last time I had one, like GameCube days. But I did have a football game and a baseball game on top of it. So,
but yeah, unfortunately,
yes,
Dax and I cannot play together because different editions of fucking Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, and when we determined that there could be compatible versions in the enhanced edition, what we thought, because a lot of places were saying, yeah, you can. No, because it is still an Xbox version of an enhanced edition versus the PC version or something of that nature. And when
no, I can download the PC version of the enhanced edition. I just don't have the right drivers, and
this
I can't
is what
get
I was
them
getting
fucking
at.
downloaded.
So we figured out that he could download it. And what he's saying right now is true, is that he doesn't have the right drivers or the ability to play from the direct source, but the Game Pass source is fine.
Yeah, I can play online from the Game Pass source, no problem.
But we can't play together because it's a different source. It's just so stupid.
Yep.
So instead of us being able to have a great old time, I had to capitulate my hopes and dreams, and now I'm just trying to encourage him to enjoy it because there's a lot you can do online as a single player. Absolutely ton of stuff you can do. Like I could go on right now and have a good old time, but there's some things you want to do with somebody else because it makes it easier. Some things it's just more fun doing.
But like, I can't like hop on a motorcycle and have Dax riding bitch doing drive-bys, listening to I Want It That Way. And that was the plan, damn it.
That was the plan. I had a dune buggy planned out for the second run. Like, in fact, I was like prepping to like make a custom car that I can ruin it. Cam, I was going to buy a really expensive car and just make it the gayest thing you've ever seen.
Like the conspicuously gay duo.
Ambiguously gay duo, but we would be conspicuous because we dress like full-blown dudes, but in the gayest car possible.
I guess the only thing I can really do at this point is just play the story mode, which I'm enjoying a bit.
The story mode's still good.
Yeah, it's still good. And like I said, even if you do play any version of the online, there's still fun to do with it. You were playing your motorcycle thing, and that's a good way to make some money. I mean, it's not... Those missions aren't too hard. It's just really time-consuming to do by yourself anyway. A lot of that stuff. In fact, the online stuff is really designed as, hey, you can do this alone, so you still make value out of it, but if you really want to make that money quick, 3 more friends ought to help. Even 1 more friend will help. I was explaining to him, like, there's a set of missions you can do out of your auto body shop for those who know. And one of them is really, really good for paying out because it gives you like 178,000 or something, and you can do it by yourself with very little issue, and your costs incurred are low to like nothing. But you could also do a similar thing with doing missions for your forgery, like you can sell forged documents or whatever. But the amount of time it would take for me to make that same amount of money on a full run, because that forgery has to spend time in real life time, accumulating essentially what it amounts to a percentage. Once it reaches 100%, you can sell it for a lot of money. But the same amount of money that I was getting took me 45 minutes to do when the mission for the auto body shop takes maybe 25 or a half hour, making that stuff obsolete anyway. But if you had friends and you could do it in 12 minutes, there you go. I mean, that's where the draw is, and I can't do that content without buddies and friends and whatnot. It was a sad day when we figured this all out.
Yeah.
But the storyline is a lot of fun. The story mode is great.
Taking another detour to a different topic. Johnny, have you seen the discourse on Twitter about the 100 men versus gorilla debate? I just saw a T-shirt on the Twitter account is shirts that go hard and says, "I'm not a gorilla, but I can beat off 100 men."
Power Rex. Yeah.
Okay, Bonnie Blue, take it easy.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of seeing that bitch too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like, how are you? It's one of those British porn whores. You know,
Oh,
making
like
like hundreds of dudes. Yeah. It's like, how is it you're like 23, 24, and you look like you're in your mid 40s? Meanwhile, I'm in my mid 30s, and people tell me I still look like I'm in my 20s.
I have been told that I look like when I'm clean shaven and everything, that I am in my late 20s, which I gotta say, I like it.
There you go.
Even with the salt and pepper that I have in my hair. I'm graying.
Aw. Every once in a while, I'll find a white in my beard, and I'm like, aw.
It's not like evident, but I mean it's there. Like you can see a couple of sprigs of gray, but it's no worse than my brother. My brother is like he was gray when he was in his 30s.
Someone recently told Tyr to go fuck themselves. Por qué?
What did you do?
It's not that we don't believe you.
I mean, people tell me to go fuck myself all the time, so I'm not really. I'm not one to judge. Oh.
All right, well, go fuck yourself then.
Then I will pick up your shit you dropped and you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, no. Fuck that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. It's the little things.
It is.
Was that their $5 tier? Because if so, I would consider that asshole tax.
Yeah, damn right.
Like, I tried to give you your shit back.
It's like, they look like Tom Cruise in a fat suit. I will fuck you up.
I will massacre you. It's one clear. Can we find out who that was? That's the funniest shit. They will never be able to remake a Tropic Thunder ever again.
No. I remember Jamie Foxx was on Joe Rogan talking about he had a movie idea he wanted to do, and he's going to have Robert Downey Jr. play a Mexican. And this was after Tropic Thunder. He's like, called him up. Downey's just like, fuck it, yeah, let's go, let's do it. And then like half hour later, he calls me back. It's like, on second thought.
I hope that was an actual conversation that happened.
Yeah, because this was years after Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
And people didn't really get all that pissed about Robert Downey Jr. They got pissed about Ben Stiller with the retard shit.
Yeah.
Even that was like intentionally like that, so you would get pissed off at the character. It's kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Sean
absolutely
Penn
the
went
point.
full retard and went home empty-handed.
Yeah, never go full retard. That's the point. Like, we can look at it now and through the lens of today and be like, oh, it's so problematic. But yeah, no, it wasn't problematic then either, and it's not problematic now. It's problematic that he's dumb enough to believe that it was a good idea to make that movie, maybe, but he had the right to make it.
I mean, they have the right to make that movie. There's no as the coroner is, there's no rules saying you can't make that movie. There's no rules saying a dog can't make a movie.
No rule saying a dog can't play basketball either.
And that's how we got Air Bud.
Exactly. Air director.
Hair director? What?
Air Bud, the director. Air director.
Hair director. You hearing this guy?
Sounds like he's saying hair director, in which case, we beat the Krauts over 80 years ago, Johnny. You don't have to speak like him.
Sounds like I'm fucking tired, man. And I can barely move out of my chair. Oh, my God. Ugh.
What do you people mean, you people?
Oh, what do you mean, you people?
Like when they got
He starts doing the theme song from the Jeffersons.
Yeah. Just come from show doesn't mean to make that true.
Mm-hmm. Crocodile Dundee ass over here. Pump your brakes, kid. That man's a national treasure. Whatever happened to Paul Hogan? Did he ever do anything after Crocodile Dundee?
He wants to go home and they won't let him. And I don't remember exactly why.
Who won't let him?
The country.
Australia won't let him go back to Australia?
Yeah, I think. Pretty sure that's what's going on.
He is still alive.
I mean, that kind of sounds like a win in my book,
Kind of, yeah.
He divorced Linda Kozlowski in 2014.
The chick from Crocodile Dundee?
Yeah.
Damn. When did they get married?
1990. She looks like Courtney Love now, apparently.
Like Courtney Love now or Courtney Love on heroin?
Is there a difference?
Go watch Man in the Moon and tell me.
So no. Oh God.
I mean, she didn't look terrible on Sons of Anarchy.
Let's see here.
We'll get there eventually, Dax.
Yeah, I'm watching at my own pace. It's all good.
Oh, you're watching without me and Gabby?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I could, and I should. Because that was one that I definitely didn't start with you guys.
Okay, yeah, I guess she doesn't look too bad. She looked better in the Crocodile Dundee days. But then again, so did he. He ain't no spring chicken either.
Fuck off.
Was she dead? No, she's not dead.
Who? Who's dead?
Oh, it's someone who shares the same name, but not be the same person. So. So yeah.
Oh man.
No, what? I'm trying to see why he. Go back to our main reason. Paul Hogan.
Now, I mean, I know like Dave Foley can't go back to Canada for reasons, but like,
yeah, because Lance Morissette would kill him.
no, he'll go to debtor's prison for the child support and alimony he owes.
It's making a joke, all right.
Let's see here.
You know, I'd like to see Dave Foley do more stand-up because I saw one where he was actually talking about his divorce. It was fucking hilarious.
This guy made some mistakes.
Talking about how he had the chance to like bang a 19-year-old Uma Thurman, and he didn't because he was married. He's like, Your Honor, I rest my case.
Let's see here. He's apparently married to Chrissy Guerrero. Married since 2016. They were divorced in 2008, where they were previously married since 2002. I like how it lists his spouses, Dave Foley and Dave Foley. And they have a kid who is 22. And she looks like she's 12.
Good genetics.
So she looks like Dave Foley.
A crueler fate could ever be bestowed.
Dave Foley, even though he's like in his gotta be late 60s.
Wait, Foogie, only one of them was gay? Really?
Yeah, wasn't it the tall one with the long nose, right? I think. Can't remember his name. I don't remember the kids in the hall's name, and I feel bad because I used to. No one of them was named Kevin.
The only one I remember is Dave Foley, to be honest with you.
Kevin McDonald. Mark McKinney. And Scott Thompson. Scott Thompson was the one who did the... he was the gay one.
Yeah. So that's what Foogie's saying.
Yeah. I had a feeling. I don't know why. I mean, every one of them act extraordinarily gay in that show. At one point in time, you thought realistically there'd be dick in someone's butt. But it was a good show. Love kids at all.
Yeah, one of the only times I was thinking about it, he was doing a sketch where like he's like, just because I list my S's doesn't make I'm gay. There's a lot of people who lisp their S's, and it's him just accentuating the S's in as many S words as he can in this little speech about being gay.
Seriously think that? Those shows were allowed to be funny and edgy. Not like cringe levels of edge, just edgy enough.
So yeah, looking into Bruce McCulloch. McCulloch?
Reese.
Tracy Ryan in 2003. Still together. They have
Oh,
2 kids.
Ooh.
And she's all right
Pretty
looking.
good.
For whatever reason, YouTube's been trying to get me to watch Ford versus Ferrari. And come to find out, one of the actors in there is actually from Oklahoma originally. And he's not. He's more of a like playwright than he is an actor. This guy named Tracy Letts.
Tracy Letts.
Yeah, he played Henry Ford II. But he's written a bunch of plays that they've turned into movies, like August Osage County, Bug. There's a few others.
He looks like he's related to Travis.
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma. But apparently his wife was also in a Avengers, not Endgame, the other one, Infinity War. Yeah.
The War of Infinite.
Yeah, she was one of Thanos' minions.
Huh.
Is it Proxima Midnight
Proxima
or whatever?
Midnight.
Yeah. And apparently, apparently she wanted more money to come back for Endgame. And they're like, no. She's like, well, then I'm not doing it.
And they're like, deal.
Sucks to suck.
So it's like, it's not like you had that big of a part in it anyway. You were, green screen. What the fuck?
Right?
Make some money and fuck off.
Yeah, well, what you're doing really that, then you're like, is it really taxing you physically? So dumb.
I know there were people who complained, not like, I guess complaint wouldn't be the word for it. There were people who were mentioning that Heimdall, he wasn't black in the comic book. It's like,
It wasn't.
no, he wasn't. But he was also very underutilized.
Oh, yeah. Literally just a Bifrost guy.
Yeah. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could, they could have used him a bit more than they did, but, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Johnny, did you see the Indian scammers I had that I posted in the group chat?
I did not. Let's take a look.
Oh, it was one of those, hey, you gotta, you went through a toll road without paying and you owe us money kind of deals. Final notice, immediate action required. As of today, your tolls remain unpaid. Failure to pay by tomorrow will result in suspension of vehicle registration by the DMV, legal repercussions and damage to your credit, potential issues with your legal ability to drive. Please pay before enforcement begins to avoid these consequences. And then it gives,
Oh yeah, you did show us that.
yeah. I don't drive on toll roads. And if I do drive on a toll road, I pay cash.
Yeah.
So I was like, eat my ass, Rajesh. And I guess somebody else got wise. And they're like, fuck you, pay me for wasting my time reading this. So, I'm half tempted because like I've gotten a few of those in the past, like I'm half tempted to just start doing like a deep dive on Indian culture and subcultures and the caste system, just so I can be more racist when they send me that shit.
As you should.
We're gonna have the casino call center Indian wars starting here pretty soon.
Dots and feathers everywhere.
Yeah, the difference is I can lift more than 15 pounds, so fucking bring it. Yeah, see, that's not good enough though, Rotten. You gotta hit them where it hurts, Where were you when the feathers attacked the dots? I was on the front line, sir, leading the charge. We're armed with already redeemed gift cards and deodorant. We're gonna make those fuckers pay.
And we don't smell like curry.
You're gonna waterboard them with Axe body spray. But yeah, I'm tired of getting that shit, man. Like the only thing I get like messages or phone call wise is like scam shit, and I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's we're using the soap for the Chinese water torture. Just just drip, drip, drip. But speaking of India, apparently India and Pakistan are like fucking around and finding out.
So they say.
I mean, they're both nuclear armed. Wouldn't it be great?
Maybe. I don't want to see global thermonuclear war or anything.
You think anybody else is jumping in to save India or Pakistan? Really?
No, not at all. But it'll give them excuses.
But yeah, speaking of India, I just heard they had an election. Oh, wait, that was Canada. Yeah, I heard about that too. Well, everyone's blaming Trump.
Because of course they are.
The Liberals won because of Trump. It's like, the Liberals won because Canadians on their whole are retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Canadian friends. I'm sure they didn't give a shit about Trump, and that didn't affect how they voted. I mean, what happened to Canadians being the polite war criminals? Why are you guys allowing this shit to happen?
Right?
starting to fade a little bit, so we will close it. But there is something that did pop up that I'm going to share here.
Don't show us that. That's perverse.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Oh, God. I hate being right. No, I don't. People who say that are liars.
The thing is, you walk into a stall and you see this. What do you do?
Well, firstly,
Daddy's got a drop gun.
yeah, I like what Cheesy says, because I'm like, if that's a high point, oh, it's fucked.
Use it as toilet paper.
Yeah, high points suck, for those who don't get the joke. They're just garbage.
Okay, then free paperweight.
I guess the question is, would you turn it into the cops, is what they're trying to imply.
No.
I don't know, man. If it's attached to like a murder or something, I kind of don't want it.
That's why it's a drop gun.
It's my hidden pistol.
Well, yeah, man, you got to have one, for when you're shitting. You got to have one for when you're showering,
Dude, it's like, it's just because I'm shitting, you ain't catching me slipping.
But yeah, I mean, free gun, free holster. I mean, that's the best shit of my day right there.
Literally the best shit.
There's Gun Fox. Clear it, take it to the sec desk, and say, hey, some retard dumbass civilian left this, and now it's your problem.
Yeah, now it's your problem.
Have fun, take it. This is where it was found. Please have the owner take a DOD-approved weapons class before being allowed to get the firearm back.
Well, first I'd ask, like, where is this bathroom at? Is it in the Capitol? Because that one cop, he did leave his service weapon in the bathroom.
Yeah, he
one
did.
time. Oh, Travis just tagged us on Twitter, Johnny. Getting ready for the start of buffalo petting season.
Yeah.
Someone's going to put a buffalo?
Every year, man.
Someone always pets the buffalo.
Multiple someones every year go to a fucking park and try to pet a buffalo to their detriment.
Was it you?
We talk about it every year.
We grew up in the 90s. We saw when animals attack. We fucking know better.
And yet we still did cow tipping. You shouldn't do that, by the way, for those who actually think about it. Don't do it. It's fucked up.
And it's going to get you shot.
Yeah, not only is it going to get you shot, it just fucks with the cows. Don't do that.
I've never
appreciate them as the meat they are.
I've never actually met anybody who admitted to trying to do cow tipping.
I lived in the northern area of Wisconsin.
I live in rural Oklahoma.
Yeah, we're different kind of stupid out here. We're not the druggy stupid, we're just the stupid.
Well, you guys do consume more beer than anyone else in the country.
Yes, and what do you think happens when you have enough of them and you have a whole bunch of cows? Like, dude. I can tip this shit.
I think I could do it.
Oh, you think I do it? It's just that crazy, man. Just give me these. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tip the cow. Can't imagine wanting to try to trip a buffalo up, though. Like, seriously, you're going to tip a buffy?
Yeah, the only thing tipping the buffy is the buffy tipping you.
Yeah. He tips if he wants to be tipped.
Yeah, it tips a 9-year-old. It's not going to have a problem tipping you.
Now I want to see somebody gored on a buffalo.
All right. But yeah, I'm starting to fade a bit, so yeah. That was everything tonight. Thank you guys for joining.
Really?
And yeah, that's everything. Join us tomorrow when Hammer will be hosting with Terry and Jen. Get the hell out of here. The zoo is closed.
Bye, everybody.